Coming up, see what advice the senior class gave to incoming freshmen.
Also, see which recent Springfield College graduate has a new faculty role at Springfield College.
All that and more tonight on SCTV3.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of SCTV3 Weekly News for the 2025-26 academic year. I'm Connor Rourke.
And I'm Caleb Knowles. Thank you for joining us.
We begin tonight on Alden Street with Springfield's fall semester now in full swing. First-year students are adjusting to the college lifestyle, while seniors are gearing up for their final year.
SCTV3's Liam Riley asked seniors for some advice to share with the fresh faces on campus.
Students have arrived on campus and the fall semester is fully underway. Since pre-camp and new student orientation ended, first-year students have moved in and started classes. Adjusting to college can be a difficult process for some students as they move away from home and enter a new environment with unfamiliar faces. Luckily, seniors at Springfield College took the time to offer advice to first-year students to help ease in the college transition.
Be involved. I think there's a lot of things that happen on campus. So try to, see what those opportunities are, go to the clubs, go to the meetings.
Just having fun, really enjoying your time. It goes by in a blink of an eye, and building relationships with friends and other people on campus, your professors, is super important to making the experience the best you can.
Time management is an important skill for any college student to have, especially student athletes. From classes to practices and morning lifts, the life of a student athlete can be time-consuming. Senior on the softball team, Taylor Falatico, shared her advice on how first-year student athletes can practice their time management skills.
Planners are obviously helpful. Google Calendar is my personal best friend. But I would say, time management, it's important to adapt your skills as you go. If something works for 6 months, rock with it. But if you feel like that's starting to fall out, look into something new.
Standing here on the senior walk, as a senior myself, I decided to give some of my own advice. If you keep putting in the effort, then success will find its way to you. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm Liam Riley.
On-campus resources for first-year students include the Academic Success Center and the Counseling Center.
The Campus Activities Board went all out this past week with events to welcome students back to campus. Activities included a Moana movie night watch party on the campus green, a high tide hangout on the Reed Green featuring a water slide and bounce house. They hosted a meet and greet with members of the club and wrapped up on Tuesday during Common Hour with the Fall Club Fair. These events encourage both new and returning students to get out, connect with others, and feel more engaged with campus life. If you are interested in any of the upcoming CAB events, be sure to follow their Instagram at SCPrideCab.
With the closing of Gulick Hall last year, the college has had to shuffle students around to other residence halls. International Hall is taking on the majority of first-year students from Gulick, about 280 in total. Abbey Appleton is back in use after a lengthy closure last year for maintenance. The plumbing and shower systems have been updated, and the rooms have some new furniture. Another returning hall is Massasoit, which did not regularly house students for the past 2 years, but holds about 105 first-year students. For Gulick, the process has been slow and steady, with small sections of the building removed and taken away. The Office of Residence Life says it has done what it can in order to not disturb the campus community.
Currently, the goal is that pieces of the building will start coming down. They want to ensure the facility staff and the contractors or whoever they're working with want to ensure there's not a large impact on the community. You have Lakeside right there, you have Abbey right there.
The college has said the area will become a green space after the building is cleared out. There are ongoing discussions around the development of a modern residential building.
Today is the 24th anniversary of the September 11th attacks. Springfield College's campus flags are being flown at half-mast through the evening. The college also rung the bell above the Union 6 times, starting at 8:46 and continued throughout the early morning in remembrance of the 4 planes that crashed and the collapsing of the World Trade Center towers. The Marsh Chapel and Meditation Room have been opened today for quiet reflection.
From new menus to shifted locations, Pride's Place on the lower level of Campus Union has seen some big changes. The biggest addition is a new option simply called Alden Street. It offers a selection of burgers and chicken sandwiches as well as the popular chicken tenders. They also offer a rotating sandwich of the month. Asian-style cuisine Walk This Way has been replaced by The Hive, a dual-service location continuing La Sabrosa, still offering the menu of rice bowls, burritos, and tacos, as well as a new sushi spot, which is set to open soon. Subway has seen some adjustments to its meal exchange choices. Students can now get any 6-inch sub with chips and a drink, or select from 2-foot-long sub options. All three are open from 11 to 11, and Dunkin' is open from 7:30 a.m. to 9 at night.
The Health Center and Counseling Center are important resources on campus to help students with their physical and mental health. SCTV3's Lanaya Delgado has more.
Springfield College has many resources on campus for students to utilize when it comes to their mental health and physical health. The Counseling Center is located on the first floor of the Massasoit Hall. The Counseling Center is a resource for students who need support dealing with a range of mental health issues such as anxiety and depression, relationships, self-exploration, and identity. There are safe private spaces provided for students to feel comfortable talking to one of the counselors during any of their sessions. The Counseling Center is able to take walk-ins, and you can walk and speak to their own receptionist about making an appointment. The Health Center is also another resource on campus that students can use for any physical symptoms they may be experiencing.
Do lots of things. So we see students when they're sick with sore throats, cough, congestion, typical upper respiratory infections. They can have urinary symptoms, possibly like a urinary tract infection. We see a lot of students if they have like a stomach bug, nausea, vomiting.
To respect students' privacy, my tour wasn't that long, but Hogan Sodas wanted to let students know that the Health Center is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And students taking any credit at Springfield College are welcome to use their services. With SCTV3, I'm Lanaya Delgado.
If you're looking to meet with a counselor, you can reach out to schedule an appointment. The Health Center is open Monday through Friday.
It's been a warm week on Alden Street, but will it be cooling down anytime soon? SCTV3's Liam Riley is in Studio B with our local and national weather update. Liam?
Thanks, Connor. So far in September, the summer weather has shown no sign of fading away. Earlier today was bright out with a high of 77. Let's see if that carries into the next week. Friday and Saturday kick off our forecast with sunny skies that'll reach mid-70s. For the Big E's 2025 debut tomorrow night. While the temperature continues to hover around the 70s, the weather takes a sharp turn over the next 3 days with thunderstorms and rain scattered throughout the start of the week. Wednesday and Thursday return to sunny with highs of 75 and 76 to give students that extra push to get them to the weekend. Now to turn over to some national weather headlines. On Monday, parts of South Florida, including Miami, were affected by Hurricane Irma. Heavy rain and winds resulted in the flooded streets in Miami, after more than 3.5 inches of rain fell in just a few hours. Parts of Miami fell under flash flood warnings. Several inches of standing water left a challenge for drivers and pedestrians trying to navigate through the rising water. The flooding has become an issue in South Florida as residents are starting to grow frustrated with their vehicle damage and traffic disruptions. On the bright side, the southeastern coast of Florida received far less average rainfall than usual. Drivers have been urged to avoid flooded roadways with more rainfall expected this weekend. Back to you guys in Studio A.
Thanks, Liam. After the break, see which recent Springfield College graduate has found a new role with the school's Office of Student Engagement.
Hey guys, how are you today? Good. I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Springfield College is always buzzing with energy, and at the heart of it all is the Office of Student Engagement. From clubs and organizations to campus traditions and leadership development, the office helps shape the student experience. I spoke with Alice Mead, the new program assistant for the Office of Student Engagement, to learn about her role and her goals in the position.
When I found out that I got this role, I was extremely excited because I knew that it meant I would be back with pre-camp, which is by far one of my favorite programs that I was a part of as a student. And now getting to be on the advisor side of things, it was a very eye-opening experience knowing that I was going to get to work with some of the best leaders on campus once again. And then on the other side of things, the clubs and orgs aspect of the role would be something I was completely new to, so I knew that I was going to be able to learn a lot really quickly, which is something I'm always excited to do. And as Springfield College, we always want to keep learning more and more, and I felt like this was the perfect place to keep doing that. My role, basically, I am one of the co-advisors for the pre-camp, which is our pre-orientation program here at Springfield College, which takes place on East Campus. And then outside of pre-camp, I get to help run and organize all of the clubs and orgs on campus as well, which includes doing the club fair coming up and all of the club trainings. So whatever everyone needs, from the advisors to student club leaders, I'm here to help them. So adjusting to my new role has been definitely a shift from going to student to now employee, but any chance to be at Springfield College, I know that I'm gonna have a great time. It's really fun seeing all these freshmen in a new light, knowing that I'm not necessarily connecting with them on the student level, but as someone who they can go to for any questions or help about things on campus. Definitely seeing the side of just everyone enjoying being a student. I remember exactly what it was like my freshman year. It was only a few years ago, but I definitely am very happy, and the transition period is going really well. So for this new position, I feel like it differs a lot because I'm more on the behind the scenes part of things, like from making sure everyone's emails are all set to budgets, like working with our accounts and things like that. It's something that I was never the one responsible for as a student, but now I get to really make sure that every club is set up to succeed, and it's kind of that rewarding aspect of making sure that everyone doesn't have to deal with those ups and downs of the random things that you wouldn't even necessarily think about as a student. So it's that aspect of kind of seeing what needs to be done on a new level that I never really thought needed to be done. The most exciting part of this job is definitely just being back on campus and even connecting with my old professors, but also the student leaders who I was in the club with. I just love being in that kind of family feeling environment, whether it's back in the student engagement office. This was an office that I basically grew up the last 4 years, kind of transformed into the person I am today. So being able to give back and kind of see these first year students in the light that I was once in is definitely the most exciting part, to know they have so much coming for them in the next 4 years. Yes, my goal with this position is kind of leaving things better than I found it, in a way of kind of setting everyone up for success in the future. Whether that's a week from now or a month from now, I want to make sure that whatever I'm creating is something that can be long lasting, way beyond my years here or however long I'll end up, but it'll be a great experience to kind of just build on what the foundation that was already created and continue to do so for the next person.
If you need to get in contact with Alice, her email is amead@springfieldcollege.edu.
Now we turn to some national headlines from this past week. Yesterday afternoon, Charlie Kirk, the co-founder of Turning Point USA, an influential conservative commentator, was shot and killed during an event at Utah Valley University. Now, more than 24 hours later, Kirk's death has sent shockwaves throughout the country. SCTV3's River Mitchell has more.
Nobody that attended Charlie Kirk's event at Utah Valley University ever expected what would soon happen. Kirk was running another event for Turning Point USA, a nonprofit he founded which advocates for conservative politics through discourse on college campuses. Kirk was engaging in conversation at around 12:20 p.m., leaning back in his chair before a bullet struck him in the neck. The shot sent everyone in the crowd into a frenzy, running over people and trying to get out as quick as possible. He was pronounced dead hours later.
I have covered Charlie Kirk for a long time, have spoken to him at so many political events over the years. This is someone who has galvanized conservatives across the country. He is seen as someone who was really able to gather the Trump movement, especially those under 30, and make them into a force.
Kirk's death sparked another discussion about the issue of gun violence in the United States. An avid supporter of President Trump and an advocate for less restrictive gun laws, Kirk has now become a victim of a gun-related death. Many politicians have come out and condemned the shooting of Kirk from both the Democratic and Republican Party. For the students, it sent shockwaves through the entire campus.
Traumatizing. Like, it scares. Like, I don't even want to go to school tomorrow.
A few arrests have been made on who the suspected shooter is, but nothing has been confirmed. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm River Mitchell.
The FBI branch of Salt Lake City has released 2 images of a person of interest that they believe could be responsible for the shooting. They are also offering an award of $100,000 for anyone with information that leads to an arrest.
After Russia launched a series of drones that flew over Polish airspace, NATO planes shot them down. President Donald Trump is now involved in talks with Poland, who is asking for support from its NATO allies. SCTV3's Kyle Valentine has the details.
Wednesday morning, drones were detected flying over the airspace of Poland. Overnight, NATO quickly sent out fighter jets to shoot down multiple drones. No one was hurt, but a house was severely damaged. Polish police were seen taping off the site where they were inspecting a Russian drone. Poland's Prime Minister Donald Tusk invoked Article 4 of the NATO Pact, which says allies will consult each other whenever the territorial integrity of one member is threatened.
Allies are resolved to defend every inch of Allied territory.
President Trump responded on social media saying, "What's with Russia violating Poland's airspace with drones? Here we go. This is Russia's most serious attack since the country launched the war with Ukraine."
We see what Putin is doing. Yet again, he is testing us. Yet again, we will stand firm.
Russia said they did not target Poland, but many are unsure if there could be more coming in many areas. It is unclear what is to come next, but there could be some idea of agenda.
Putin is interested not just in Ukraine, he's interested in retaking what is the old Soviet Union. He wants to go after Moldova, he wants to go after Poland.
Trump reiterated an American pledge to help Poland defend during his meeting with the Polish president last week.
We're with Poland all the way, and we will help Poland protect itself.
President Trump told the European Union on Tuesday to impose tariffs on China and India of up to 100%, as a part of an effort to put pressure on Russia to end the war with Ukraine. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm Kyle Valentine.
Trump said on Sunday he was prepared to apply new sanctions on Russia and that he expected to talk with Putin soon.
September is the height of hurricane season on the Atlantic, and SCTV3's Brian Weiss has more on what to expect for future storms.
Yesterday, September 10th, marked the official peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. But with such calm conditions, you wouldn't even be able to tell. This time of year, we would typically see around 8 named storms and 3 major hurricanes, but we've only encountered 3 named storms and just 1 hurricane. CBS News meteorologist Rob Marciano says due to the warm water seen at the start of the season, had many anticipating a busy one.
And we've got that warm water, but there's atmospheric things happening that are limiting these storms from developing. Very big subtropical high, larger and stronger than usual. A lot of sinking air, very stable air here. That coupled with dust coming off the Sahara, and a lot of that's been going on. And we have shear as well. All of this is limiting tropical storm development.
Now, despite the seemingly slow start, the forecast suggests that we could see the season's second hurricane form sometime next week. That upcoming storm will be called Gabrielle. Experts have been conducting research to answer the question as to why this season has been so slow, despite many predicting otherwise. They believe that climate change may be reducing the number of storms, but make the ones that do develop stronger. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm Brian Weiss.
The National Hurricane Center is currently monitoring a brewing storm called Gabrielle, taking shape in the Atlantic. After the break, Lanaya Delgado has you covered with SCTV3's Sports Extra.
Hey, boss. Okay?
I said I'm fine.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of SCTV3 Sports Extra. I'm Lanaya Delgado. This past Saturday, Springfield traveled just down the road to face off against Western New England in the crosstown rivalry game. The contest started slowly with the Pride holding onto a narrow 3-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. But things picked up quickly in the second as junior running back James Green scored Pride's first touchdown of the day. And by halftime, Springfield was on top with a 14-10 lead. In the second half, the Golden Bears came out with a strong, reclaiming the lead 16-14. From there, it was a back-and-forth battle until the final moments. With just under a minute remaining, the Golden Bears mounted a game-winning touchdown drive and nailed an extra point to secure a thrilling 23-22 victory over the Pride. SCTV3 reporter Caleb Knowles was down on the field and has more.
An exciting matchup between WNE and Springfield College just ended right behind me. A rivalry that continues to grow as this game came down to the wire. WNE would eventually win 23-22, but it did not start that way. Springfield would climb to an early lead, leading at the half 14-10. Then in the second half, WNE would get two big stops and take the lead. Later in the game, Springfield would lead by 4, but it wouldn't matter because Christian Delgado would juke out a defender for WNE and end the game on a game-winning touchdown with 5 seconds remaining.
Springfield will look to regroup with its home opener against Husson College on Saturday. The Springfield women's volleyball team has dropped 2 out of its 3 matchups at the Haverford Invitational. The Pride has had a roller coaster start to the Invitational. Springfield opened play with a nail-biter against Haverford, falling in 5 sets, 2 of 3. The Pride struggled to find its rhythm in the second match, getting swept 3-0 by Scranton. But Springfield bounced back in a convincing fashion, dominating Lynchburg in straight sets for its first win of the weekend. The Pride now looks to build on that momentum as the Invitational continues. Corwin Dixon provided extra coverage of how the Pride
Springfield
performed.
College women's volleyball participated in the Haverford Invitational in Pennsylvania. They lost their first game 3-2 against the hosts, Haverford College. In their next game, they lost in straight sets to Scranton, which they followed up by winning 3-0 against Lynchburg. To cap the tournament off, Olivia Neely was named to the all-tournament team. Coach Long said despite the losses, it was a good learning opportunity for her team, especially her younger players. Women's volleyball will return on Saturday in Hartford against Trinity College. They are currently 4-2 on the season. For SCTV3, I'm Corwin Dixon.
It's another busy weekend for Springfield Athletics. Let's check out where the Pride will be in action. Kicking things off this weekend is the Pride football team as it hosts Husson this Saturday at noon on Stagg Field. Springfield looks to bounce back from its loss last week to crosstown rival Western New England. This is also our can't-miss matchup of the week. The Pride need a big win at home, traveling to Wisconsin-Platteville the following week. A team ranked number 14th, Platteville just beat the number 20 team of the country by 40 points. On Saturday as well, the field hockey team welcomes Western Connecticut to Alden Street at 4 o'clock matchup on Stagg Field, taking place after football. This wraps up our weekend slate as we now look to our game beginning next week. Women's tennis begins its season against Bridgewater. The Pride went 9-8 the previous season, ultimately losing to Smith in the NEWMAC tournament quarterfinals, and hope to find a way back this year. Wrapping up the home schedule is men's soccer in a contest versus St. Joseph's of Connecticut. The Pride scored 6 goals in its previous match against Curry, a feat Springfield has yet to accomplish since 2011. We now move on to Springfield athletic teams hitting the road in the upcoming weekend, as every game on the slate takes place this Saturday. The Springfield College men's golf team and head coach Joe Eady have officially announced the program's 2025 schedule, with its first invitational set for September 13th to 14th at the Ralph Meyer Golf Course in Middlebury, Vermont in the Duke Nelson Invitational. The women's volleyball team is preparing to wrap up its stay at the Haverford Invitational as Pride has 2 games on Saturday at 12 and 2 p.m. against Trinity College and UMass Boston. The Pride is 1-2 start in the tournament so far and look to pick up as many as 3 more wins as it gets to the final game will be played the following Tuesday against Endicott at 6 p.m. Men's soccer travels to Skidmore this weekend before the Pride come back on Tuesday for a back-to-back home game. Springfield fell to Skidmore last season 3-0, but beat them a year prior 2-0. Should be a good contest. As we wrap up the weekend home slate, the women's soccer team looks to pick up its first win of the season as the Pride head to Westland for a 5 p.m. game time. That's it for this weekend's slate of Springfield athletics. If you wish to see more information regarding schedules or coverage times, head to springfieldcollegepride.com. Springfield's very own Haley Gatos and Nicolette Morlock of the field hockey team have been named to the 2025 National Field Hockey Association Coaches Division 3 watch list. SCTV3 Corwin Dixon spoke with both of the nominees in the edition of Athlete of the Week interview.
I'm Corwin Dixon, and joining me this week for SCTV3's athlete interview are Haley Gatos and Nicolette Morlock from Women's Field Hockey. So congratulations, both of you, from recently getting named to the National Field Hockey Head Coaches Association Division 3 watch list. So what does it mean to you guys, both of you and the team, to get named to it?
I think it's a great honor to be named to the watch list. I think it doesn't really change much for us as like teammates. It's really awesome. It's a great title, but yeah, it's just a good honor to have.
I think it's awesome to put Springfield field hockey more on the map, and I think it's really important. But at the end of the day, I mean, neither of us would be here without the help of our teammates. I mean, it's a team sport, definitely. So it's awesome, but I mean, it's not individual to just us.
So with you getting named, it's your senior season. How does this like set the tone for your season?
Definitely makes me excited. I think I had a really strong season last year, so being able to continue that momentum and keep pushing gives me a lot of excitement for this season.
Then for you, this is your second time. What does it mean to get recognized again?
It's really awesome. I definitely didn't expect it, so it's really fun. Same with Nick. I'm going to keep the momentum going from past seasons.
So you're captain this year. How does getting recognized at national stage help you lead your team?
I think it definitely continues to motivate us for sure, and continue to push us to not only make each other better, but the whole team better. Something special about our team is that it's not just, the captains that push each other. I think it's the whole team is a huge leadership team. And we all really are there to support each other and lift each other up. So it just kind of adds to that team fuel.
And then for you, in your last game, you were a factor in all 3 goals. How does that make you feel to be able to be such an impact?
It's awesome, but again, like Nick said earlier, I've never done anything like that without my whole team behind me. I'm the last string before it goes in the goal, so it has to start from the goalie all the way back. So, I mean, awesome. It starts with Nick, too. She's in the back line, I'm in the front line, so it really goes through everyone to get it to me, which is awesome.
And then I have one final question for both of you. What is your favorite type of goal to score?
As a defender, I don't score many goals. If I do, it's normally off of a stroke, so I would say that, but also just being part of any major team goals, like starting in the back and building all the way up, so the whole team has a part of that, is really exciting.
She's a really good stroke taker, so she's really good. My favorite, I'd say, is either when we've been down or kind of struggling to get motivation, like through a game, trying to get momentum, and then we finally click and really get it in the back of the net. That's the most fun for me.
Thank you. I'm Corwin Dixon, reporting for SCTV3 Sports Extra.
Springfield College women's soccer has a new face on the sidelines. Kirsten Shade was recently named the head coach of the Pride, and she's bringing Division I experience and a fresh perspective to Alden Street. SCTV3's Dante Iafredi sat down with Coach Shady to learn more about her journey and what she hopes to bring to the program.
I've had my career. I've played, I've won, I've lost. And I got into coaching to give back to everything that the sport gave to me. So
Springfield College women's soccer is entering a new era, with first-year head coach Kirsten Shade now leading the Pride.
It's been great so far. I've been here for just over a month now. I love the players that we've got on our program, love the coaching staff, and so really excited about this year.
Shade's journey to Springfield started as a player in the ACC before finding her path in coaching.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. I played 3 years at NC State in the ACC. After COVID, I transferred to Kansas State. I played my last 2 years. I became a GA at K-State for a year and was coaching there. I learned a lot about recruiting and coaching at a really high level, and I worked for some of the best coaches I've ever played for. And after that year, I followed one of the assistant coaches. He became the head coach at Presbyterian College, and so I worked with him for a year. And again, I learned so much about the sport and about how to be a leader, and so I coached there.
Now at Springfield, Shade wants her players to feel supported on and off the field.
Yeah. I think you're always molded by the people that teach you and coach you and mentor you throughout your life and career. And so there's so many sayings that I say to my players now that have been said to me over the years, and things that you bring with you. And I admire all of the mentors that I've had. And so a lot of the things that I tell my team, if any of the coaches that I played for came to a training session, they would there's so many things that they would say, oh, she took that from me or whatever.
That approach lines up closely with Springfield's humanics philosophy, educating the whole person in spirit, mind, and body.
Yeah, I think I want to be as involved as possible with the entire student body and among the faculty and staff here at Springfield College. I think it's one of the draws to this school is how close-knit everybody is and how much support there is for students and for coaches and teachers here. And so, I invite anybody to say hi if they see me around. And, as far as within our program, my goals are that at the end of every year, all 32 of my players can say they love what they do, they love who they do it with, and they love where they get to do it at Springfield College.
As she takes over the program, Shade brings a fresh energy and vision for the Pride's future. With her background as both a player and a coach at the highest levels, Springfield's women's soccer team has a new leader, ready to build on its momentum. Reporting for SCTV3, and from Bach Affleck Field, I'm Dante Iafredi.
That wraps up the first edition of SCTV3 Sports Extra for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. Stay tuned after the break to see how students are feeling coming back to Alden Street.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
When I was growing up, my mom was extremely tidy. We were trained to put things back where we got them from. One day, when I walked into my mom's house, I felt like I walked to someone else's house. There was stuff everywhere, and just growing up the way I grew up, and to see this transition was very alarming.
When Sean talked to me, it was a wake-up call, and that's when I went to the doctor.
The start of a new school year can come with a load of expectations. SCTV3's Shane Barron took to the sidewalks to ask students what they're looking forward to most.
Oh, hey! I'm Shane Barron, and today I'm going to be going around the campus of Springfield College and interviewing students about what they're excited for to be back on campus. And for those students who have been here for a little while now, I'm going to find out what advice they have for freshmen. All right, Maggie, what is your favorite thing about being back on Springfield College's campus?
Oh, the new chicken Caesar salad in the Union.
That's the favorite thing about being back here?
I'm also happy to see everyone again.
Okay, chicken Caesar salad in the Union and seeing everybody again. Perfect. Dude, I love the socks. Give me some. Oh, great, man. How are you?
Good.
All right. Obviously, you're kind of old.
I am old.
If you had any advice for a freshman starting at Springfield College, what would it be?
Oh, man, just be willing to try new things. Be willing to open up. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks. Just be open and willing to do anything.
What do we got?
Mountain Dew.
Okay, so
Baja
you
Blast.
transfer into Springfield College, Hunter.
Yep.
What are you excited about now that you're here?
Currently, I'm going to go help with the football team, so I'm real excited about that. I had to go film some practice.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm so
awesome.
excited.
Excuse me. What grade are you in?
I'm an employee.
Employee. What's your favorite thing about being on campus?
I love the environment and all the people here.
Summer. You're back on campus, right? Started junior year.
Yes.
What are you most excited for?
I'm just most excited to be back with my friends, and yeah, I'm excited for my kitchen in my dorm, so I don't have to eat at Cheney every day in the union every day. It's really nice to be
Not
able
that
to-
we're slandering it. It's
No, no,
nice
no,
to be able to cook, though.
No, it's nice to be able to like wake up and make myself breakfast, and have a nice like breakfast and
Yeah.
dinner and
Yeah.
have dinner nights with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome. Give me some. Excuse me. I also love Creed. What is your favorite thing about being back on campus?
Seeing all my friends, just being with people that I spend, I guess, every single day with.
All right, James, you're back on campus. What are you most excited for?
I'm most excited for like building relationships, like in classes, locker rooms, I'm on the football team, and then in Cheney having fun.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Love having fun in Cheney. Tracetta, wait. Tracetta. All right, summer's done. We're back here. What are you most excited about for being back here? And do not just say to be back with your friends.
To finish school.
To finish school. That should be a great goal for everybody. Thank you, Tracetta. Back to you guys in the studio.
That will do it for the first edition of SCTV3 Weekly News of this academic year. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll be right back here next week with more news and sports updates.
Same time,
same place.